What's going on, guys? This is Lior and welcome back to the channel. Now, in this video, I'm excited to talk to you guys about probably one of the most iconic neighborhoods in all of Greater Boston that is known all across the US and also internationally. It is Harvard Square in Cambridge. Now, there's a lot more to this neighborhood beyond obviously just Harvard University. There's of course plenty of students and tourists that are here year-round, but the neighborhood offers some amazing lifestyle attractions and things to do for all of the residents that live here. So I'm excited to jump in and give you guys the full tour and talk about exactly what you can expect if you're gonna be there or live there. So with that, let's get at it. What's going on, guys? My name's Lior and I'm a real estate agent with Compass out of Boston, and welcome back to the channel. Now, before I get into talking all about Harvard Square, and we've got a lot of talking to do today, two super quick things for you guys. Number one, if this is your first time on my channel, first of all, welcome. Second of all, make sure you smash that subscribe button for me. I put out tons of new videos every single week highlighting different neighborhoods all around Greater Boston. I give you guys property tours, different lifestyle highlights, and literally everything in between. So if that's the kind of content you're interested in, make sure you subscribe to my channel. And number two, guys, if you're thinking about doing anything with real estate around the Greater Boston area, whether it's buying, selling, investing, leasing, whatever it is, I'm still blown away with just how many calls I get every single week from you guys that watch my videos. So if you're one of those that are watching it and you're thinking about doing anything, hit me up and I will definitely help you out. Now, with that, let's get right into talking about Harvard Square. And Harvard Square is literally one of the most, I think, fascinating and just like interesting areas there is in Greater Boston, right? I mean, just from like the different pockets that are in your neighborhood, right? You got the Pit by the subway entrance, which you can see like different performances. You'll see skateboarders. I've seen like activists there. To the chess scene you'll see on Mass Ave, right? And this is coming from a chess boy, right? If you guys don't know, I played competitive chess all the way growing up to college. You'll see literally like street chess players playing blitz for money, usually pretty big money too. Those guys are actually pretty solid there. But it's just a very unique area where you don't really see anywhere else around Boston. So let's jump right into all of the best that Harvard Square has to offer. And again, if you've seen any of my past neighborhood highlights, you know the thing I start out with, what's most dear to my heart, is the food scene. I'm a major foodie, and Harvard Square does not disappoint. So I'll highlight to you guys some of my favorite spots that I've been to. This is of course not an extensive list, but let's get into some of the best of the food scene in Harvard Square. So starting with, and I've got my list right in front of me, so I'm gonna rattle these off for you guys. Let's start with the sweets. And we'll start with Milk Bar, which is an amazing bakery that serves really good desserts. They are also really famous for their dish, which is the cereal milk soft serve. Kind of tastes like the afterwash of your milk after you put the cereal in. Really good. You got the Amarino Gelato, a very solid gelato place, really good, especially in the summers. I go there with friends when the weather is hot. It is very good gelato. Now, in terms of some restaurants that I really love, you've got places like Alden or Harlow. I actually just went there for the first time a couple of months ago. It's kind of like American cuisine in a really chic environment. Very cool spot, very good food, very good drinks. Definitely check it out. Probably one of my favorite places actually in Harvard Square is Orinoco. It's a Venezuelan restaurant that's really good. It's got some amazing dishes and really holds a spot in my heart. Another great spot and actually quite famous is Felipe's Taqueria. It's a staple taqueria place that has very good burritos. But what's also really cool about it is they've actually also got a rooftop bar. When it's warm outside, like in the late spring, summers, you can actually go to the rooftop and it's got some pretty cool views of Cambridge. They got a bar, you can have some drinks. It's really cool. Another spot that actually has a very cool rooftop is Daedalus. Great restaurant that actually has a heated rooftop, which is cool. So I've been in the colder months of the early spring and the fall. Very, very solid place, very cool place to get some really good food, really great drinks. Another Harvard Square staple, and I'm laughing because I have a lot of memories there, is Hong Kong. It is a Chinese restaurant that's actually on three different levels. The second and third are actually really cool bars. Hong Kong is known for its massive scorpion bowls. And if you have a couple of scorpion bowls, they also have karaoke on select nights. And no, I'm not very good at karaoke, but I have attempted it. But it is a staple if you're gonna go explore the Harvard Square scene. Other cool spots, you got Grafton Street Pub and Grill. I've actually had quite a bit of business meetings there. Again, very solid food, very solid drinks. Charlie's Kitchen, another mainstay in Harvard Square. It's a bar restaurant that's open late. I've had a couple of late night adventures there too, especially if you've had a couple drinks. Really awesome spot. Another staple is Pinocchio's Pizza, kind of a small little pizza shop that's great for some quick slice, or if you're in the mood for some quick grub. It's kind of got like those square Sicilian style pizzas. Those are super, super solid. Now you'll also find quite a bit of chain staples in Harvard Square as well. You know, you've got a Shake Shack, you've got Pete's Coffee, you've got a Be Good, you've got a Bonchon Chicken, you've got Tate Bakery. So as you can see, as I rattled through this list, you've got a really, really great selection of, you know, just amazing little independently owned restaurants, as well as some of the larger chains that you might expect from larger cities. Now, let's talk about some other cool stores or spots you may want to hit if you're going to be exploring Harvard Square, if you're going to be living in Harvard Square. First of all, there's the famous Harvard Bookstore, which is a really famous bookstore that's still independently owned. Kind of a staple in Harvard Square. If you walk around the windows, you'll kind of see all the different new releases they have. Very, very famous bookstore. You've also got a spot, the Sinclair, which is a restaurant and a live music venue. Been there a number of times. It's a great nightlife spot as well. And they kind of do different themes and different styles of music on different nights of the week. So if that's kind of your scene, definitely check them out. Awesome little venue. Another cool store that I thought I'd highlight that I actually just recently discovered is called Follow the Honey. So it's actually a gift shop for specifically honeys. They have honey from all over the world. And they also got product that includes like beeswax candles, honey infused lotions, soaps, etc. So that's a really, really cool little store. You might want to check out if you've never heard of it. Now, in terms of other things to do, if that wasn't enough between exploring all the different venues, restaurants, bars, and all of that, you've still got plenty of other things to do in Harvard Square. You, of course, have the Brattle Movie Theater, which will play different, independent films, classics, international films. Definitely a staple in Harvard Square. You, of course, have Harvard Yard. If you're a resident, you're probably not going to be walking to Harvard Yard all the time, but if you've never been there, you'll obviously see a ton of people walking through there, especially tourists. But it's really nice. It's really prominent, obviously a very prominent area to explore. You can go through, walk through the yard, see the freshman dorms. You'll obviously see the statue of John Harvard as well. So obviously a staple in Harvard Square. Other things you can do as well, you also have direct, really easy access to the Charles River. So especially when the weather's warm or warmish, you can obviously take walks along Memorial Drive on the Charles. You can run there, bike there, etc. You've got really great outdoor access in the neighborhood. Now, in terms of if you're gonna live there, in terms of transportation and convenience, of course, one of the great things about Harvard Square is it is on the MBTA Red Line, right? There is the Harvard stop, so you can take that Red Line and you can basically explore all of Cambridge, right? You can go through Central Square, you can go to Somerville, right? You can go all the way to Davis. So it gives you nice access between Somerville and Cambridge. You can easily get downtown as well through the Red Line. So obviously super, super convenient. Also, if you're gonna be for some reason commuting into downtown, into Boston, if you need to, very easy commute, right? You can go drive to Boston on Memorial Drive or go on Storrow. Pretty easy commute. I mean, maybe 15-20 minutes max, depending on the traffic. And finally, of course, I'll talk a little bit about the real estate there as well. On average, if you're going to be looking to buy homes in Harvard Square, let's say you're looking at condos, on average, you're looking, typically the price point in Harvard Square is about anywhere from $900 to $1,000 per square foot. Obviously, you can have units that are a little bit cheaper on a per square foot basis. You can have units that are certainly a little bit more expensive as well, but I'd say typically that's where you see it. So if you're looking, let's say, at a 900 to 1,000 square foot unit, you should expect to pay somewhere between $900,000 to $1 million for your average unit that's in pretty solid condition. Now, in Harvard Square, you'll see, what's cool about Harvard Square is you'll see a mix of different types of condo buildings. So you'll have some very, very large condo buildings, right? That can be, you know, like you can have units in complexes that are, say, 50 to 100 units large. Typically in those kinds of buildings, what you'll notice too is condo fees tend to be higher, usually somewhere from $400 or $500 up to $1,000, and certainly higher depending on the size of the unit and the exact association. But you can also certainly find units that are in smaller residential buildings, you know, like your 2, 3, 4 unit buildings, if you don't like the larger condo complexes. So hopefully that helps, guys. Hopefully that kind of gives you a small flavor of what Harvard Square feels like, all the different things you can do there, the like amazing amenities, restaurants, bars, things, shops. You know, I mean, it's really just an amazing energy of a spot, right? I mean, very, very unique to the rest of Boston. You won't really find that anywhere else. So if you guys have any questions, any thoughts, just shoot them below and I will definitely help you out.